It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Check 58.
Now Geno steps away. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, run.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Hold on a second, was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On the move to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually say?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one nearly 40 yards, 29 officially.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Brown, a 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field.
And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70.
Back to throw, here's Stroud. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Buying time to his left. This is caught. It's gone. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Rough incompletions at 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 19-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That is caught by Dell. And he'll have... down. As Stroud now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flush to his right. What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Smith. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Now let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays... to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, here's Stroud. He'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So the interception, that had him set up in golden shape, but no first down comes of it. And in the end, no points come up.
And Brandon, I tell you, in a sudden change offense, you must capitalize. This is where you can really swing momentum in your favor. But that time, they let him off the hook.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where God... and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Come on, come on.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready.
Stroud off the play fake. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go now. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Again, it's Stroud. Rolling to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Get it!
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of...
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play. A turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now Gino on first down. Dancing to his left. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Steps away. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will put them on top here in the third. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jaron Reed, his second sack of the night.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Off of play action, here's Smith on the move to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7 and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
They got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. We've got an injured player, and that's running back Devin Singletary, who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. It's back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Ready?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud rolling to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Being chased out left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Smith out to his left. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on fourth down. They snap it to Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, 34 yards. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if I would keep having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Stroud sets up the play action. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders get to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. play action. Stroud now. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 61 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Let's go now.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stroud. He finds his target in Schultz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
Forced out to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change, and we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Walker once more, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here comes the Texans now. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across. Success. 17 yards and moves the sticks. Now the Seahawks call the second of their... That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready,
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
ready.
And Stroud now to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And they're going to speed things up here. The throwing again is Stroud. Buying time to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they finally put an end to this return. But not before it's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. On the move to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Let's go.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their job. Back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Geno. Rolling. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. On the bootleg, Stroud. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here comes second down. Stroud to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Now Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Stroud looking to change the play.
19 Tigers, go!
He'll look to throw. That's caught again by Schultz.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes second down at 5. A give up the middle to Singletary. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Stroud. Out to his left. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
It didn't check off every box.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they're going to
to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Smith steps away. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Here's 2nd down. Smith's going to throw it. On the move to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Smith to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 36. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Stroud sets up the play action. Rolling to his left. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Panther 60, Panther.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's got it to Collins, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Tag.
They run here with Singletary. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 6 yards on the touchdown run. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football?